Hi folks, it's Keith Beardsley of the Beardsley Team, www.beardsleyteam.ca. Here today with a quick market update for the Ottawa region. These are the latest numbers and what's been coming out of the Ottawa Real Estate Board for the month of April. Later this week, probably over the weekend, I'll start adding videos for the smaller communities as well, same as we usually do, and those will also be found on our website as well. So what are we looking at for the month of April? The month of April in the Ottawa region, now talking region, not just the city or not just the rural areas, Ottawa region did very well. Sales were up 13.6% over April of last year. So that's all good news. The news which isn't so good is that this is confined to certain areas. So if you're an area that has a lot of townhomes, for instance, in the urban areas, we're looking Barrhaven, Findlay Creek, Riverside, South, Orleans, that type of thing. Anywhere where there's first-time buyers can pick up a home for around that 300,000 mark or under, that's very, very active. You're seeing bidding wars and so on. There then tends to be a gap above. And now what's happened out there, generally speaking, rural areas especially, south of Ottawa, very, very few homes on the market. And this is an exceptional circumstance. The actual number of homes out there right now are about 23-24% less than what it would normally be at this time of the year. So that's partially first-time buyers. That's partially the weather we've had with the long winter and sort of the miserable April that we had. And it's also the fact that when someone's looking to buy up, they're looking to buy into maybe the 350s or something like that. If they don't see a house out there that they like, they're not putting their house on the market either. So when you get that, it's sort of a snowball effect. Fewer people come to look at the homes that are out here simply because there's so little to look at. At the same time, like I say, the first-time buyers have been hit very, very hard. What we didn't know going into this year was what would be the impact of the new mortgage rules that were coming in. So a first-time buyer now has to qualify for the one-year rate, which is what they always had to do. They now also have to qualify for the 5-year rate, which is one of the highest mortgage rates that are out there that the banks or trust companies have. So this has really hurt them. Now what we're seeing, the first studies are coming in. We're seeing reports now that because of these new rules, 1 out of 3 first-time buyers simply packed it up and said, forget it, we're going to keep renting. And of those other 2/3 that are out there, they've lost somewhere between $20,000 and $30,000 worth of buying power. So people who would have bought up, say, into the 325 level, they're now looking around 300 or under. And we're seeing that right across the board. Doesn't matter where we are. The townhomes, it's the lower priced townhomes that are selling. In the country, it's the ones under 300,000 that first-time buyers are focusing on. If I use the towns of Metcalfe, Osgoode, Vernon as an example, which are an excellent area normally for first-time buyers, we've seen that shift in price range, the buyers buying lower than where they normally would. As an example, if you look at last year in those 3 towns, we had 6 sales under 300,000, and that was it. This year right now, we've got 15 sales under 300,000, 3 more that are out there as well, which are conditional sales. So we're essentially looking at 3 times the number of homes selling under 300,000 as to what would normally go. And we then have a gap from about 300 up into the 325s where there's very few sales. And then once you get over the 325, anywhere in the country, you're pretty safe because these are people who have either sold their home or they have the cash and the equity to buy up into that market. So it's the lower end of the market which is taking the hit. The upper end is doing really well. If you take Greeley as an example, Manotick, we're seeing some very expensive homes sell. They're not impacted by the lack of first-time buyers. So that's really what we're looking at right now. If you have any questions, give us a call. Like I said, I will be having detailed videos posted sometime over the next few days for the various communities, the rural communities and the urban communities that we normally do. So you can watch for those. They'll be under the Market Statistics tab on our website, www.beardsleyteam.ca, probably starting on Saturday. If you have any questions, give us a call. In the meantime, Keith Beardsley wishing you a great day.